I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Suicide Squad, issue number 1. Amanda Waller's Task Force X is ready to move out on their next mission. Who will live, who will die? Let's hop on in and find out together, shall we? Alright then, so as the comic opens up, Amanda Waller is headed right for Belle Reve Penitentiary, which is partially submerged in water now. I mean, yeah, it was technically always in a swamp, but now they're really stressing the island part of the prison, no doubt because of a certain movie that came out not too long ago. Furthermore, the pilots refer to Waller as the devil and the penitentiary as hell. Again, maybe something to do with a little movie that came out not so long ago. Waller gathers up the usual suspects for the next big mission. Again, it should come as no surprise that this is predominantly the exact same team from the movie, minus El Diablo. By far my favorite thing about this panel, and easily one of the funniest jokes of the entire issue, is that Harley is wearing a blue Rebirth shirt. The team's next mission, as we find out, is standard espionage fare. A rogue Russian state has started doing some bad things, the American government is getting antsy, and the only people who can deal with this threat while still being plausibly deniable is, of course, the Suicide Squad. The extra twist on this mission is that the team cannot approach this state via sea or by the air without getting shot down, so Waller, sparing absolutely no expense, decides to blast her team off into space, or at least into orbit. Once again, and I apologize if I'm beginning to sound like a broken record here, I swear it's the comic, not me, Harley is screwing around on her phone, this time playing a version of Pokemon Go. Why does an inmate in a maximum security prison have a phone? How come no one is taking this phone away from her or even noticing that it's there at all? Your guess is as good as mine. Killer Croc, one of the newer members of the Suicide Squad, by which I mean this is the first version of the comic team that he's ever been on, does not agree with spaceflight. He ends up barfing up his guts all over the place. Oh, fun fact, and I swear I'm not making this one up at all, in the Suicide Squad movie there was a cut scene wherein Killer Croc was supposed to barf stuff up. This mission is getting very screwed very quickly, and Rick Flag won't have any of it. In fact, he's taken it upon himself to save Killer Croc, even though it puts himself at great danger. He says that he lost one team of compatriots before and he's not going to lose another, even if his current team is rotten to the core. As the comic ends, the Suicide Squad makes a very fiery landing into the sea, and if you're thinking this seems like a really thin story that ended super quickly, it's because you're right. Luckily, there is a much more substantial backup story. It's an origin story, in fact, for Floyd Lawton Deadshot. We actually get to learn the secret origin of how he got locked up in jail in the first place. It seems that he took a job for the dangerous Cult of the Cobra to assassinate Bruce Wayne. Only instead of paying the money that he was owed, the Cult of the Cobra instead decided to kidnap Deadshot's daughter Zoe. This is freaking hilarious to anyone who read the very underrated Suicide Squad Deadshot Most Wanted story from only a couple months ago, because that story too was a big long thing to reintroduce Deadshot's original origin and, reestablish his daughter. Only in that story, for no reason, his half-Hispanic daughter Zoe Torres became Sue Chin. Yeah, they changed her to being Asian. Okay, here they've changed her to being completely white. It's like the writers knew Deadshot had a daughter but didn't know anything about her, nor did they want to do any research, and they have now since retconned the retcon. Deadshot attempts to pull off the assassination, but oh, he's a tricksy hobbit, wouldn't you know. He was actually working with Batman, leaking some information on the cult's hideout so they could go take them down together. But where Batman would offer mercy to the kidnappers, Deadshot is still a piece of shit assassin with a death wish, so he shoots the guy more or less in front of his daughter, and that's how he gets himself thrown in jail. Suicide Squad number 1 was ultimately enjoyable enough from my point of view. As I may have mentioned once or twice, it kinda clumsily attempts to tie itself in with the movie as hard as possible, even when it begins to strain believability at times. I mentioned it in the last video, but it bears repeating. I love that Rick Flag has been reestablished as the moral center of this very unmoral team, and how he is even butting heads with Waller now on how things should be run. Waller too gets some absolutely wicked monologues, and I mean more Waller monologues is always a good thing. Harley is funny. Overall, it's a pretty good comic. I would give it a 7 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.